Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 16th to the 30th, 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all the negativity from our bodies like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Leo, let's see the energy that we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is the Seven of Wands. So the energy that we need to be mindful of is kind of always being on the defensive and never getting a time to rest. It's kind of like, I'm always being attacked. I'm always being attacked. Now, this could just mean that we're feeling extra sensitive during this time. It can mean that, at work that there are, complex issues coming up, or that, we feel like people are against us, and they can be, they cannot be, but it's our perceived reality. That's all that really matters to our own psyche. So here, what we're doing and need to do is kind of step back and say, all right, do I need to be on guard all the time? And it can just be also in day-to-day life where it feels like I have one battle. I go from one battle to another, where it feels like we've just become a referee for our whole entire existence. And we're always defending where we stand and why we stand here. So be aware of this, because this does come in rather intensely during this time. Now, our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Okay, we have two. We have the sacral chakra and we have the throat chakra. So we have creativity and we have truth. So with the creativity coming forward with the sacral chakra, there's this real sense of, I need to kind of open up to my creativity, to what I want, to what I need, to what's important to me. And with the throat chakra coming forward as truth, it's like, I need to speak this truth. How I creatively need to move forward in my life right now, like the outlets that I need to have. Or just the energy that I need to embrace. What am I creating, and how is that impacting my truth and what I desire? So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. And spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. So let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so it's really interesting here is that we've been building a lot off of a piece of knowledge that we have gotten. Like there's something that has definitely come into our realm of existence recently, because our past is right here, and it's the Ace of Swords. I know I'm jumping ahead here, but it's the Ace of Swords. So there's something that we're building off of, some sort of knowledge that we have gotten, some sort of realization that we have come through. This is just super important right now. That's why Spirit is having me go right to it. And we are represented here by the Knight of Swords. So this is where we are now. We're at this place where we're taking this knowledge and we're moving forward. Now, either we're making hasty decisions, which we have to be mindful of. What decisions are we making? Why are we making them? Because the whys behind it have to have kind of a very solid reason for them. This can also be that there's just a chaotic energy around us that we can just be charging forward. But this can also be us being the hero of our own story, really looking at what we want, looking at what we desire, and saying, this is what I'm going for, period, end stop. And really taking things into our own hands and absolutely being determined in the execution. So just be aware of this. Our challenge is interesting. It's the 10 of Cups. This is the happy family. And they all live happily ever after. There's a sense of dissatisfaction, and it comes from, it does stem from the fact that we feel like we're either always putting out fires, or we're always having to run here, having to run there, or, there's just some sort of discord that's coming forward, and we don't know how to fix it. And I don't know if it's for us to fix. I think here, when it's looking at what truly makes us happy, I think it's figuring out what truly makes us happy and embracing that full-heartedly and saying, this is what I need for me, and kind of going after that with just a sense of love and devotion. It moves us to what we're focusing on. Money. We're focusing on money. There's a sense here that something that's very important to us, that we're focusing on, isn't as important as we think it is, or it isn't the only way forward. So just be aware of this. We're also being a student of the money that's coming in, of what it is that we desire, of what it is that we want, but also the seeds that we're planting and how we're moving things forward, and how we are growing and becoming, and what we're growing and becoming towards. So that's a very big thing. But there's also this sense of something new, like a new opposition coming forward, or like, I don't know if this is a business opposition, or if this is, an investment, or, if this is even just something we're thinking of doing. It's like, oh, I'm thinking of opening up this side business, or learning this and making that into a business type of thing. We're very, very, very good at learning new things, taking on new information, and moving things forward for our benefit. And it really does lead us to laying a very prosperous foundation. So that's very important here. With the Ace of Swords, as Spirit said at the very beginning, there's some sort of knowledge that's coming forward, something that we're building all of this off of. And again, this is our past. So there's some sort of knowledge that's coming forward to us where we're like, oh, I didn't see that before, or oh, I didn't understand that. And now that it is us moving with the Knight of Swords energy, it's like, oh, okay, this is my guiding light. But again, we have to make sure that this is aligning with our happiness, not just with either, thinking that it will make us more successful, or thinking that it's just what we have to do kind of deal. So just be very aware of this, because there's some sort of knowledge that is coming in, and we have to align that knowledge, or has come in, and we have to align that knowledge with the happiness for us, because the 10 of Cups is, and they all live happily ever after. And that's what we're having a bit of discord with, the living happily ever after. There's something here that needs to be acknowledged. It moves us to the Queen of Coins, and this is our strength. Now, this is either a earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and this could be a person that we're really leaning on during this time. But this is also a real sense of, this is my prosperity. This is what I've worked towards. This is also the Earth Mother energy, the sacred feminine energy, and being strongly connected with this care and prosperity through money, through the seeds that are being planted, through what is being nurtured, how we're watching it grow. And it brings us to our near future, which is the 2 of Cups. And this is healing, beautiful love. Our near future is a coming together, is a harmony, is a healing, is a way to move us forward, is looking at what we really love, of what we really want, and what's really important to us. And so as we're doing this, it's kind of like we're coming to a lot of conclusions in the near future, and we're settling ourselves. So what was in discord is now becoming settled, because it's like, oh, okay, this is what's important to me. It brings us to our suggested approach, which is the 5 of Swords. It's like, stand firm, know your mind, know what it is that you want. You're going to be facing a battle that you have faced before. That's what the 5 of Swords means. Now, either we could fold and kind of let somebody else have our opinions for us, or we could say, no, this is what's important to me, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is what I desire within my life, and stop. And as we do so, we're moving towards what we need to know. And this is a time where we're making really big choices. We might not think these choices that we are making are going to have a residual effect or have a long-lasting effect, but they will. And there's a sense here of also looking at our dreams, looking at what we've, kind of locked away or hidden away, and seeing what's really important to us, seeing where we want to be, seeing how we want to move forward, seeing where we can be and how we can move forward for ourselves. The hopes and the fears are the Eight of Wands. We want everything to move really, really quickly. We want to get to our end goal quickly. And yet we fear that it's going to move so fast and we're going to miss it all. Or it's just all moving so fast and we don't have the grasp on things that we want. So we're trying to speed things up and slow things down at the exact same time. So our hopes and our fears lie here. Now the Three of Cups is our potential future. Make sure you're very mindful of who you trust, because there is an energy here of a person raising a glass to us saying, oh, I completely celebrate you, like I love you, you're the best, and not meaning it. Okay, so with the Three of Swords comes forward for me, that is something that I just always need to say. But it's also looking at the people who have your back, who love you and care for you and cherish you, and who have stood by you. Even if at times it's been maybe in a rough manner or not exactly the way that we wanted them to. Because here I just see us focusing on the wrong energy, focusing on the wrong person, and saying, oh, but this is so important. And it's not. It's just not as important as we think it is. That person's opinion, that their way of being, it's not going to have the same, they're not going to be there in the long term, or they're not going to be there for us in the long term. And so we have to acknowledge that and say, you know what, no, I'm not getting caught up in this. I'm not getting taken down by somebody who is hiding for me very essential things. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is, again, the Ten of Cups becomes a challenge. This is looking at other people's happiness and kind of comparing it off of yours. So this could also be the challenge here, where the happily ever after, like we're looking at people's Instagrams and, social media, and we're saying, oh my gosh, look how perfect and happy their life is. And look how, I'm vacuuming Cheerios off the floor, and, everybody's screaming and crying, and everything's just a loud, ruckusy mess. So just be aware that what you see is carefully curated to be the happiest moments, the most beautiful moments. You didn't see the 18 million different pictures it took to get there, or takes that it took to get there. So just be aware of this. And even when we watch like reality TV shows, and I heavily quote that, all right, the temper tantrums, the blow-ups, they're all staged. So here, be mindful of this. Be mindful of what you're taking somebody else's happiness as, because it's not real. Don't compare that to yours, because you're living your life. You know all your nitty-gritty secrets, and you don't know any of theirs. It brings us to our subconscious chakra message, which is grounding, which is the Earth Star chakra, located 6 inches below our feet. We are grounding ourselves into our energy, into what we desire, into what we want, and we're really putting out the roots. We're really saying, okay, this is where I need to be for me. And we're also seeing how we nurture ourselves, how we feed ourselves, how we talk to ourselves, how we're moving forward for us. It brings us to our subconscious tarot energy, which is justice, which is also Libra energy. Subconsciously, we need things to be balanced. We need things to be fair. We could be afraid that we're not going to be as just in certain situations. It could be in our home life, because home life is coming up very, very, very profoundly here. But it's also in our happiness, in what's driving us. And it's like, okay, balance the scales, but it's also like, see what really matters. Because we're chasing something right now that isn't or it's either something or a person, okay? But I kind of see them kind of intertwined. We're chasing this, and it's not going to have the long-term benefits that we think it is, okay? So just be aware of this. All right, Leo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Leo, and may blessings always be with you.